Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube, get ready for 5 Baron Corbin segments.
Yeah, it's topical. Good.
I tried my best.
Yeah, it's fine.
Blames Raw's ratings on him, books him in main event.
That makes sense.
That's Raw.
This is the Cultaholic Video Podcast
Experience.
Extravaganza.
Cultaholic Palooza.
I like it.
Yeah. And where?
Cultamania Fest, Cade.
How are you?
I'm very happy. I got a haircut,
Nice.
so I look less like a scruff. I look older, but I think that's a trade-off.
I don't think you look older.
It's like leveling up in a fantasy game. It's like, yes, you get more accuracy, but you lose the fire ability.
All right.
And I went to Progress, Manchester. Got this Ilya Dragunov shirt.
Who did he wrestle? Travis Banks.
Tyler Bate
Oh, I'm thinking of a different show.
at TB.
Yeah,
All the same.
Same person. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Tuberculosis.
tuberculosis. He was booked, but he missed his flight.
It's a good name for a wrestler, isn't it? Tuberculosis. Like Killer Rising.
Yeah. I was
Terrorizing. Killer Rising. That's a word, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Terrorizing.
I was thinking about
Jesus
this, like,
Christ.
Alan Key.
Alan
A
Key.
submission specialist.
Yes.
Very good.
It's always bent over.
How
Very
was
thin.
the old Graps at Progress?
Ye Olde Graps,
Yeah.
with a silent E on the end, was very nice. I was hyped up the fact that people were saying in reviews that the Manchester crowd had been louder than the London crowd because Manchester is up north and therefore superior.
Yes.
And yeah, they didn't disappoint. People were chanting for Ilya, like the start of the second half when Jim Swan was like, "All right, that Ilya." Okay. So, and either the greatest or worst chant ever happened, where because Ilya does his great Russian, unbelievable,
Ungazigbar, something like that.
Undefeatable.
It's German.
No, it's Russian.
No, but it's German.
I thought it was Russian. Is it?
Ungazigbar or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very much a German word.
Is it?
Ilya Dragunov's.
Well, he is very Russian.
He was
as you can tell
born
by
in
the Soviet level artwork.
He was born in Russia, but he's very German as well. isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone, because Progress are known for their chants, I know everything. I have on a horrible Facebook page. Is Unbesiba, let them know it's Ilya time.
Oh, that's all right. It's topical. That's Christmas.
And he won. So
And
it
he
worked,
won.
I think.
I think he's fantastic.
Teddy won.
Love him.
Yeah.
Rumours of him maybe being signed to NXT UK.
I think every wrestler
Yeah.
right now with any buzz is rumoured. And
Apart from Mark Haskins, yeah.
was that a slide?
No, not at all. I think he's fantastic.
I thought
He's just
that was
never.
a slide. What do you think,
he's-
Ross?
I just can't get Justin Sizem off the brain after the last one.
So Trent Seven was there and had the heavyweight open challenge. So everyone's Justin Simpson. And so he's got his towel because he's Trent Seven. So he held it outside going, wee.
No. Oh, you can't out banter Trent Seven.
Oh, right.
It's not going to happen.
Just unarmed in that fight. And we also had LAX wrestling CCK.
LAX are class now.
Right? So
Yeah.
saying they've always been class.
Well, right.
But now people know this because
Yeah.
they've been on Impact and they weren't going to wrestle for Evolve. But
They were then, they were pulled.
yeah, but then Evolve changed it. The Impact didn't want them to wrestle the team that they wanted. So they said, all right, make it a triple threat. And Impact went, by Evolve. So an Impact talent wrestled for Progress. Progress affiliated with WWE. But Impact... Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We'll make it up.
So that means they won then? Because apparently the reason they got pulled from the Evolve shows because potentially could end up on the network. And they didn't want the teams looking weak against
Oh, that makes
developmental...
The Street Profits,
Right,
wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I can see why.
Yeah, that makes sense because, yes, they did one. And it was very, very, very good. And there was something really cool about seeing a tag team like, oh, man, these guys really like us. Santana was very emotional afterwards. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to applaud for you harder now. So he's probably faking it.
He's going to be in Ultimate X soon. Ultimate X is returning as well.
Yeah.
Oh, can you
X,
believe
X.
it? That's for next year. Oh, I can't wait for Ultimate X.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of being 14. It's great.
So, 2 years ago.
That's funny because
Yeah, he's so young.
dear.
What happens when I start looking old? What are people going to do then?
I'll be dead by then. So it's all right. And how you doing, Ross?
Not too bad, just ticking along, ticking along. Live a very boring life, I do, from week to week. So here I am once again. We should note we're a day early recording this.
We should.
So if something big happens on Thursday that
please.
we'd normally cover, that's why we haven't covered it.
It
Just
didn't
thought
happen
it
yet.
Important to say that now.
People really about to say, why haven't they talked about Justin System killing Turn 7? He'd be pretty noteworthy.
With a sword, he's going to do it, isn't he? Ha ha! I'm Justin Sizer.
He'll jump off a bike shed and do the Superman pose where he lands on his knees and tilt his head.
Very good.
And how are you doing, Jack?
Yeah, I'm fine. Well, I'm like proper into wrestling and being a nerd. So this is my favorite time of year because I got to do end of year lists.
Yeah.
Doing all that. Just about to finish off the best New Japan matches of the year, which has been a difficult one to narrow down.
Oh, wow.
Got other ones to do as well. Look out for all that content and more on cultaholic.com in the coming weeks. Excellent.
I did a good article. I did 10 WWE superstars whose reals. I've had 2 sips of that beer.
Whose real names? This is in the video title as well.
Real name is better than their working name.
Oh, so number 1 is going to be Dick Blood himself, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Just current. I've kept it current for the kids, you know. Got to think of the kids at Christmas.
No Dick, but kids love Dick Blood.
There's a soundbite.
Oh no, that one guy I cut out what I say on Twitter and go, Maffew's a racist. No.
But I Liv Morgan, to give you a little preview. Her real name is Gianna Jean Daddio. Why is that her?
Wait.
Daddio?
Daddio's a real surname?
Real surname, yeah.
Not just said by like cool people in the 70s?
Yeah.
And kids today. Choke
Daddy.
me daddy.
Oh.
Slay daddy slay. Yeah.
Choke me daddy, oh no.
I feel like we're bringing this up every video, but here we go.
Oh, also Pasta Saucer. Really cool Australian fan art person. Does a lot of 205. It's been in Newcastle upon Tyne.
Right.
For North, which I thought was amazing. Well, also some other stuff there, but let's pretend that they came all the way over here from Australia, where there's no wrestling, obviously, to see North Wrestling's finest.
Wow.
And they're coming
They
back.
would have seen the biggest heel turn in UK wrestling history.
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it.
England's hardest men are no more. Have you heard this, Ross?
He sat down,
hell.
Ross. He sat down.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Tell him.
It's just England's hardest man now. Shreddy Breck.
What about T-shirts?
I know what they're going to do. For those unaware, England's hardest men are the Newcastle's favourite tag team, I think it's fair to say. Just 2 hard lads who come out to baby give it up, but it's England's hardest men. It's better there when you're there and you've had a few drinks. It's absolutely class when they come out. One of them is all fun-loving and oils himself up in that. One of them is all serious and MMA. And he's the fun one's turned heel. F you, Lou, he shouted, and then he hit him with a glass tube.
Yes, he did.
Bloody hell.
Fucking CC dub. Yeah, and
I'm heartbroken.
Also, Pasta Saucer made a cameo appearance, rather like yourself, at previous events by Robbie X and some of this wrestling. He's about to do the chop in the corner, and all you heard was Pasta Saucer. Chop me harder, daddy.
Oh, good.
Thanks, Pasta Sauce. I love you.
I wasn't a cameo. I appeared in one of the best wrestling matches in North history. Primate versus Liam Slater. That was a good match. Anyway, should we do some...
You spilled water in yourself.
I was going to say, should we do some real news? I just threw myself off there with that.
Wait, that's not even half fill. How do you do that?
I don't know.
I hope that picked that up.
Have you seen like that gif of Austin's beer when there's a dribble and it just disappears into
How?
thin air? I don't know.
That's not the first time you compare yourself to Stone Cold Steve.
Should we do some real news?
Okay, in the real news section, boo hiss. Raw record low ratings again.
Yeah, Brian Alvarez said
Wow.
this is embarrassing on Twitter or something like that.
And then Jimmy Jacobs replied, "It's pissing hard to write 3 hours of Raw," he says.
That's probably true.
And then Seth Rollins goes, "Yeah." It's a one of these.
It's just Waluigi at this point.
It's a one of these shows come together like they do. He says along those lines, something like that.
I don't know.
Before getting on his car and throwing a
Which
turtle
is funny.
shell at a passing car.
On Raw this week, he was having to go at Corbin for everything that was wrong with Raw. So kayfabe, Rollins, you dick.
I can't believe that didn't inspire more people to watch Raw. This show sucks. My God, you're right.
It was brilliant by Vince McMahon though, because he's seen all the flack, hasn't he? Just gone. There you go, Baron.
It's all
Swipe
Barry.
left. Swipe left. Yeah.
But I don't think it's news anymore. I've not written it for the site personally because I just think there's 50 million different ways to watch Raw.
Yeah.
So you can't really count ratings like you used to back
It
in the
feels
day.
like it happens like 5 times a year. The headline is Raw all-time low rating, and it's like, again, but no one seems to make a big deal because it's always like, oh, here this was during the Super Bowl, or this was, it's always
Yeah, they
other
always
reasons.
say this was when there was no excuse.
Right,
Other than
right,
the Raw was
right.
crap.
Right.
And yeah, you're right. And
But it is nice to see them being low when Raw is so bad because that might force it to do something about it.
well, yeah. I
So
mean,
it obviously matters to WWE because if the ratings get so low, you'd think USA would just go get on pop or whatever they call it.
exactly. Loyalty can sometimes be a very negative thing. It's why we're never going to get rid of Mike Ashley because people keep on buying their season tickets. So, anyway, Wrestle Kingdom card and tour announced. I know we've got Ibushi versus Ospreay.
It's
the
opening-
Bushi versus the Bishi.
It's opening the main show.
Opening.
It's opening the show.
God,
Apparently.
he's not going to book it in Kent the next day, has he?
That could be like the best match of the show straight off the bat.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
Yeah.
It's all downhill. I'm there.
Who's going to die first?
Ibushi, I think.
But he can no-sell death.
But he's slightly more crazy, isn't he? Is he more? Who's the more crazy of the two? Ibushi.
Ibushi
from
and
what I've seen.
fireworks. I mean,
Maybe a New Japan expert, of course.
Yes, of course. I'm
we've all
wearing a
seen-
black shirt and look hideous. Of course, I watch.
We've
New
all seen the
Japan.
gifs
Yeah.
of him doing crazy stuff. Whereas Ospreay, no, he's crazy as well, though.
You're just
He
getting
likes to land on
flashbacks
his
getting
head
twatted
more,
by
I
him.
think. Ibushi, which is crazy.
I think that'll be the match. They'll both just start landing on each other's head.
I don't know.
Like-
I don't know. Ibushi looks 17. He's like in his late 30s. He's amazing. Oh, what a man. Last year it was the handsome off between him and Cody, wasn't it? That's what it was billed as.
Man, that match
That
was
was so handsome.
that like Cody's best since leaving WWE.
I remember
Because it was such a sexy match.
at the start of the year I went to one of the Northumbria wrestling shows, the Society,
Yes.
and there was a match. I won't name names, but
I will.
she's a friend of mine. She was sat in the row ahead, and it was Liam Slater versus Kip Sabian. And
Oh.
I just sort of went, "This is quite a handsome match." And she turned around and went, "This is the fittest match I've ever seen." I was like, "Yeah, it's getting over with the crowd there. Fair enough." So, Ospreay's. I feel like we've just gone. Ospreay's not on that level of handsome.
I love Jack. Just you've had a beer, I've had a beer. He's had the water. He's like,
Look at these
I love Ospreay.
handsome lads.
Oh.
No, but that'll be an excellent match. Other things are
They
obviously.
scrap the Rumble.
I don't like that. I love a
Are
rumble.
they?
Yeah.
Oh no!
For like a gauntlet, like a 6-man tag gauntlet.
Never open weight 6-man championships.
I love the battle royal.
I love
'cause it
the
was
battle
like
royal.
you thought this guy was dead. Haha, he isn't.
Yeah, here he is. It's Stan Hansen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the guy who voted the armbar is here. Yes.
But I hope they keep it. I don't know but it seems like the full show's been announced. Looks like it'll be really good. The biggest matches are Omega Tanahashi, the
Yep.
main event. Jericho and Naito.
Mm-hmm.
A match that Jericho said wouldn't happen, but it is. And he's gonna keep on doing his like weird Bruiser Brody thing, where he's just a massive heel in Japan and just kicks the piss out of young boys and stuff. What else is there? Juice versus Cody. There's bigger
Oh, yeah.
ones than that. I can't. What's
And the triple threat.
the triple
Young
threat?
Bucks.
Bucks,
Evil.
Lij, and
Yeah,
God.
But don't say it doesn't make any sense, whatever you do.
Whoa!
They
Oh,
threatened
okay.
people on Twitter, didn't they? I think it was Nick going, "Don't you dare say it doesn't make sense."
Well, if one tag team's earned the shot by winning a tournament and the other ones sell T-shirts, have been. So, what are your feelings on the Elite having less of a role in New Japan?
I feel like they've hammed it up too much that they're leaving. The Young Bucks have gone, this is our swan song. Kenny Omega's having a special ad called Omega Mania or something, where it's like on some Japanese network, they're just showing loads of his matches for 24 hours or something. I feel it's all a big old swerve and they're all going to win and they're going to be the champions and that. Do you think?
Yeah, I think they'll all lose.
You think they'll all lose? You think Kenny's going to lose? You think they're just going to
Yes.
set up their own thing?
Well, if he's leaving,
I think Kenny's staying. I think it's all a big old swervy work.
but when it's been reported in the real news that I know he's like accusations of co-opness because Meltzer loves the Japanese grabs, but still, how dumb is it going to look? Because as well, I thought you were leaving, you're staying. Yeah.
Well, I think you'll win. I think you'll win. I don't think you'll leave. Anyway, I feel like I've missed off a couple of big matches there. I can't think.
Yeah, anyway, well, we'll talk about something else. Let's
Yeah,
move on because we're boring roster tears. Big Cass suffers seizure at the House of Hardcore
Oh,
event.
Jesus, yeah.
And
Well, this was difficult because you click on every article under the sun and there's a bloody video. Some arsehole stood there instead of getting help or whatever and just going,
did you watch the video?
I clicked on it for like 2 seconds.
Okay, well, I looked at it too, so I can't go, what an arsehole. I did watch it.
It was
just
there,
to see.
though. It's
Well,
like
there
when
you go, you can't
It's
get-
like when you
did you
drive
watch
past
it?
a car crash.
I haven't seen it, but I haven't had the
Okay.
chance to, so I don't know
Okay.
if
It
I
shouldn't
would
be
or
put
not.
in an article, though. I think that's
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah, you shouldn't put an article.
But it doesn't auto-play. Well, if it auto-plays, then no.
But it's like driving past a car crash, isn't it? You can't help but look at the car crash when you're driving by, even though you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But take a video of it.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it?
Might
yeah.
have a crash if you do that.
No, I'm not about me
right.
watching the 2 seconds of the clip and
Oh,
then realising
oh.
I've made a very bad mistake.
Oh, okay. I'll watch all of it.
And-
That's
yeah.
not, the guy shouldn't be filming Big Cass having a bloody seizure.
Enzo tweeted a nice thing. for once, to be fair. He said, like, oh, you know, if the amount of times one of us has been knocked down and didn't get up, 0 dimes and all that. So I was like, it's like the nicest thing Enzo's done for a while. That's good. But it's just a sad state.
What, he said his catchphrase?
Well, yeah, but...
I was like, oh, Cass, I hope you're all right, buddy.
In support of his old pal who he fell out with, I think that's all right, you know.
Oh, he fell out with Big Cass?
Do you not hear about them falling out?
No.
Or maybe I've confused kayfabe in real life. But I think they actually fell out backstage as well.
Yeah.
You not hear this?
No, big.
Would be great if you talk about the angle they had on Raw. Yeah, Big Show hit him.
No, Big Cass said they never spoke anymore. And I think it was on Booker T's, what's it called? Talking Hotness, whatever it's called. Talking Wham.
No, that's Jack talking about New Japan.
Talking Wham. He said, yeah, they fell out. Well, I can't blame him because he doesn't seem like the most likable guy, does he, Enzo?
No.
I couldn't stand
Coming
him.
from someone who's deeply unlikable, I agree with that, Ross. Larry Henning.
Oh, yeah, hopefully
away.
Cass is fine, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, obviously. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah. Regardless of how you wrestle or whatever like that, I don't really have a seizure. Jesus. The happy news just continues. Larry the Axe Henning passes away, age 82.
One day after dying my kid, another one goes.
I don't know much about him other than that he's Mr. Perfect's dad. Do you know much about him?
Curtis Axel's granddad.
I feel very ignorant because I'm sure he was like an important wrestler.
5-time AWA Tag Team Champion.
With who?
Wrestled, no idea.
Okay.
Wrestled Bruno Sammartino for the WWF Championship in Madison Square Garden. That's all I know.
What Ross said. Yeah,
That's
the
pretty
Wikipedia
good.
version of Larry Henning, I know. Just the fact that I didn't watch AWA much. I'm not that old. Beg your pardon. And yeah, he was Kurt's dad and would team up with him for AWA tag matches. And that's pretty much it. I know there's one Nitro, people talking about this on a thread, where he was ringside to watch Kurt Hennig wrestle. And it must have been in Minneapolis or somewhere that was an AWA stronghold. I could get that completely wrong. I'm sorry, American people. But because it was Larry the Axe Hennig, it's very recognizable. He was just sat there watching it. Everyone's going, Larry. Like, and not Larry, obviously it wasn't Zbyszko, but they're all like pointing going, yeah, it's him, it's the Axe. Or Axe, maybe they're chanting Axe. But like, even then, even the Nitro era, decades afterwards, it was like, yeah, it's Larry the Axe Hennig.
Well, they call him
Which I really like that.
When Curtis Axel was a singles star, there's that picture that everywhere used where they had him ringside with an arm round. Go on, kid. You can do it. Yeah.
Who are you? But yeah, I like it when there's what did Lawler do? Before Raw, he went out in Memphis. He went, here's Lance Russell, and Lance Russell had been on TV for about 30 years, I think, at that point, maybe in the Memphis area. Crowd, yeah, it's Lance. So it's like, yeah, I like when there's
we'll see that with 85-year-old Neville when someone comes to Newcastle and they'll be like,
exactly
there he
what
is in
we'll
the
do.
crowd. There's Ben.
War Ben.
Benner.
And he still won't sign autographs.
But before we move on, Maffew, do you like free beer?
Free beer. Yes, Ross, I like free beer.
I can tell you where you can get some free beer.
Where?
Beer52.com/cultaholic. All you need to do is pay the postage and get a big old bloody box of free beer.
Mein Gott.
I'm drinking some here. The 5 Points Brewing Co. London Brew 5 Points XPA. A juicy tropical extra pale ale. Dry hopped with Citra and Galaxy hops. 4%.
Lovely.
Whatever. I'm drinking Banyan, an extra pale hoppy session beer. Banyan is Navy speak for a holiday or party. Well, here's to all the seamen.
Chin chin.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Thank you for that regal intro, and it's time for the Hall of Fame, everyone's favourite bit of the Cultaholic video podcast, Mania Fest. Last week's voting was tough. We'll do it in losers first. My vote of Jackie Polo, because he was main eventing the Hydra, 8%, which is exactly what he deserved for losing the Lion Heart. You suck. Viper versus Kaylee Ray at the same show, 23%. Well done.
Respectable.
It was match of the night, so.
But the winner, I've got the board, I need to do it.
Oh, good. I would have thought this would have won it. Conservationist, as I misread as conservatory, Daniel Bryan, 68%.
He was good again this week. Wasn't
Yeah, it is good.
he? He's carried it on. He's vindicated his spot in the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
It's a very good
did.
gimmick.
When he came out, Mustafa Ali was like, you shouldn't be a nasty pasty. And Daniel Bryan was like, what type of car do you drive? He goes, well, I've got an SUV. What? You know you're a very small man. He went, well, I've got a family, I've got a...
Ignorant.
The slap sounded brutal as well. I think it's because the mic was so close to it. It just went...
Give him a
Serves
carbon
right now.
palm print.
You didn't need a big SUV for 2 kids and a wife.
You've seen the size of his kids.
No, I haven't.
No, I was going to say his wife. I changed my mind there. Don't need that heat. So, as the winner of last week, do you want to go first?
Why not? I'm just going to go for something festive. Big Show in Jingle All the Way.
Okay.
What a cameo.
I'm going to deck your holes, bud.
Bub. I'm going to deck your
Bud.
holes, bub. That's what he says.
Sorry, I never get the nuance between bud and bub.
Punches.
Oh, I'm thinking of his cameo in The Water Boy.
Oh,
essentially
that's
the
really
same-
good, kid.
It's
How
essentially
old
the
are you?
same, but like
Oh, right.
heel turned and dressed as Santa.
I like Jingle All the Way, and I can't remember it. I've not seen it for years. but-
Arnold Schwarzenegger tries to buy a toy.
No, I know, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
Phil Hartman's the villain.
Yeah, tries to neck on with his wife,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
fails.
Aye, that is Phil Hartman. Oh,
right.
that's mint.
And do you know that
Captain Turbo, that's the one, isn't
need
it?
the Turbo Man?
The Turbo, yeah. And then he is him. He's Turbo Man at the end.
It's
yeah.
me, I'm actually Turbo Man. Yeah, it's the moral of the story is Arnie is a bad parent, forgets to buy something, and gets his kid back on his side by buying him a toy.
He's not a bad parent.
He's a rotten parent. He's a terrible
Cares
parent.
about selling bloody mattresses far too much. That's what he does for a living, Arnie, in that film. Sells mattresses, I believe. There you
Yeah,
go.
it's already brought up. It's
But then,
not really- something so busy that I can't possibly buy an action
So
figure.
in search for Turbo Man to buy his son, he ends up in a warehouse with 1,000 Santa Clauses, all varying sizes.
Yeah, and John Belushi is also in that scene.
I think Vern Troy is a little one who Big
Yeah.
Show punches and sends flying, which is funny.
Little birdie.
And then Big Show starts and on, he said, I'm going to deck your holes, bub.
Yep.
Great.
Good.
Lovely. That's it.
And when the reindeer, I can't remember why there's a reindeer in his house, but it's charging through the doors, and he goes, "Oh, you picked the wrong day," and he knocks it spark out.
It's
And
because
then
Phil Hartman has a reindeer just to show off, doesn't he? He's that sort of prick.
yeah, I think the implication is he's made it evil because he's Phil Hartman. And then the next scene, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then feeds it vodka.
I've not seen this film for too long.
That bit where Arnie knocks the guy, the post office fella, the postman. He goes to try and
Oh, it's
knocks him down. He goes, "Oh, the baby!" That's not why it makes me laugh so much every time.
Sinbad.
Is it him?
Sinbad's the guy trying to get the
Brookside.
Yeah, him. From Brookside.
It's all our names know Sinbad from is Brookside.
No, the sailor. Sinbad the comedian is the guy trying to get the Turbo Man doll. And it was supposed to be... I'm sorry, I'm enjoying this banding too much. Put it down. What's his name from Goodfellas? I'm just drawing
Joe
up.
Pesci.
Yes, Joe Pesci, like, "Oh, I want to be in the role." And they went, no, you're too small. We're going to book Sinbad instead. And he retired because of it.
Oh, wow.
Picking him over me?
Because you couldn't get in Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm not good enough for a Jingle All the Way." Like, how dare you?
It'd be heartbreaking though. It's a classic.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Boo boo.
Oh. He goes, "You're not the real Santa Claus." It's horrible lines, but you think about them, they're all right. I am going to go with, it's TLC next week.
Yes.
So I was thinking about the great...
This weekend.
Yes. Yeah, right. You are right. We're both right.
Okay.
And both wrong. Looking back at previous happy TLC memories, there's many, but the one we're thinking about, if it does involve the Big Show, is the only good, memorable chair match in history, which is Sheamus versus Big Show and the debut of the Big Chair.
Yes.
Those of you who did not see this TLC, I believe it was 2012, I want to say.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, but,
I remember it was the really good, like 3/4 of the card I can remember, just from memory, so that's a really good show. But they had a really good feud where Sheamus had his best ever line of, "You ever seen a ginger snap?" and attacked Big Show. And that was the thing that Big Show won the match by coming underneath the ring and getting out his own unique Big Show-sized chair.
Yeah.
So it was huge. It was the
Yeah.
size of 2 Cold Scorpio, if you read Vic Collins' book. And he hit
does it bend to the
Sheamus.
left?
He hit Sheamus with the big blue vein.
Oh,
and that was enough
'cause of his
to knock
dick.
him out.
Sorry. Aye, Flash Funk and all that. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what he called it, but yeah.
The Big
Yeah, so the Big Show's big chair. So no pressure, but what is your Big Show related Hall of Fame?
Mine's
pick
not a
this
Big
week?
Show related one,
Aw.
unfortunately.
Mind you, hopefully this Sunday we get a little tiny one for Rey Mysterio, because that's a chair match, isn't it? A little tiny
And
pinata
it does
chair.
more damage because it's... Yeah, oh my God, yeah.
Call it Penelope, it'd be banterful. Banterful?
Banterful.
Why have I just said banterful?
You sound like one of the
Hey,
lads
I'm the
out. Yeah, you
Archbishop
was
of
gonna say,
Banterbury.
you sound like one of the lads I went to uni with. Yeah.
Bantosaurus Rex.
That's
I'm going to send you to Bantanamo Bay. That's one of the ones that got whipped
good,
out.
actually.
Well, that was one of the ones that got aired in Durham quite a lot.
I'm bringing the presents this year because I'm Banter Claus.
I can't think of a banter pun. Keep on talking.
Mine is, well, originally, because today on Twitter I got alerted to the fact that I knew that Jimmy Havoc had been on Don't Tell the... I knew he'd been on Take Me Out. Not
Take Me Out.
Take Me Out. He'd been on Take Me Out.
No larky, no larky.
Wait, Jimmy Havoc had been on?
Well, Marty
What?
Skull was
Yeah,
episode.
Marty Skull had
Jimmy
been on.
Havoc was the friend who did the video.
Right,
For
yeah,
some reason
yeah.
says his name's Nick, even though it's not even in real life. And then just talks about how Marty Skull likes boy bands, which I thought was a lie for the show. But it turns out, no.
Well, we've all seen him sing in Australia,
yeah,
right?
he actually loves it. Features a very different looking Marty Skull and a very different looking Jimmy Havoc. But then I was alerted on Twitter by a lad called Andy, who I know, that he was also on Don't Tell the Bride, which I've not seen. And then he said that's worthy of a Hall of Fame nomination, but I don't want to make 2-time Hall of Fame people a regular thing. I think it needs to be special. And Jimmy's already in there for now with the WWE Championship on his shoulder.
I had to tell him that, by the way. I take the piss. Yes.
I gave him like 4 points on Wrestlers of the Week once, and he was like, "What do you mean not the smoothest wrestler?" And the way I quoted back what I'd said to him. So this week instead, I'm going to go for, I can't remember the other guy's name. It's something Takagi, not Shingo, a different Takagi from DDT versus Minoru Suzuki in an empty arena match at the Tokyo Dome for DDT. You know those YouTube videos that have Brian Alvarez and like Vinny or Meltzer reviewing something, and it's synced up with the match itself. I saw one recently of this empty arena match in the Tokyo Dome, and it's the best thing I've ever seen. And it also made me want to hear Brian Alvarez do more commentary, because it's just like, I like hearing him just go. And then,
Oh, he's such a good talker.
they stood in the middle of the Tokyo Dome. It's empty. It's not. There's no wrestling ring. It's a baseball field at this point. They stand there for the national anthem, which Aja Kong sings to an empty arena. Yeah, she's just
Right.
there. Then
Neville interrupts.
no. They try to interrupt her, like have a go at each other, but she stops them and they respect her because it's Aja Kong.
Okay.
And then they have a bit of a fight. They've got like Boston Crabs on each other, but they're breaking it by touching the bases on the baseball diamond rather than the ring ropes because there's no
Okay.
ring.
Right.
Then they head backstage up some stairs, and there's like this massive big wrestler there who's meant to be like a comedy guy, I suppose, like a sumo sort of figure. And he tries to attack Suzuki, and Suzuki turns around and just head kicks him, and he slowly tumbles down the stairs. Later on, they come back to that same spot. He's still there. Head kicks him again, tumbles down the stairs.
Okay.
Then it cuts back to him later on. They've not gone back. It just cuts back to him sat asleep on the stairs now at this point. They go into the concession stand. The janitor is another famous Japanese wrestler that I can't remember what his name is. He gets involved, sets up a table, jumps off it. It's ridiculous. And I highly suggest you seek it out on youtube.com and watch it. The only problem is, as Alvarez pointed out, it's just a preview. You don't find out who wins. You've got to buy it. And I nearly did, but I wasn't quite prepared to. But it's a wonderful match.
It was really good. So good. I didn't buy it.
There's a part where they're walking through this backstage corridor, and there's like a Muay Thai fighter warming up with all this like gear on. Is Suzuki scared of him? He's like, whoa, no. No, they're pushing each other in front of each other to fight this Muay Thai guy. The other lad goes in to wrestle him, and Suzuki tiptoes past them down the corridor as if he's outsmarted them. He's like, oh, and it's just like, what's going on? What's the other? I know there's a woman selling water, and she kicks Suzuki, and he sells for her, and it's brilliant. Anyway, that rather breathless recap is what happens in that
Wow.
video. Yeah, there we go.
Sweating just listening to that,
Or,
Jack. Thank you. You paint such a picture.
Or Big Show in The Longest Yard. There you go. Was he in The Longest Yard?
No.
He's the
Carly
only-
was.
he's the only
Kevin
re-
Nash
No,
was.
Big Show was not in
He's
that.
the only wrestler not in The Longest Yard.
Yeah, the only wrestler.
Yeah.
Him and Minoru Suzuki.
Austin was in it.
Yes.
What film? Who played Cheeseburger? Bob Sapp?
Yes.
Nice.
You broke my nose. Yeah.
Anyway, mine's the MD Arena match there. It's not going to win.
Thank you.
That's all right.
That was beautiful, though. Thank
No,
you.
I'm out of breath.
I know. I can tell. You have yourself a rest, or maybe some banyan from Beer 52.
Well, how about the 5 Point Brewing Co.'s London Brew 5 Points XPA?
Oh, maybe the empty arena match from. I already said that, Norris. And the votes are for Big Show in Jingle All the Way. The
Or
Holiday
just
Classic.
Jingle All the Way in general.
Oh, Jingle!
Yeah,
you know what?
let's
Jingle All the Way.
Way.
Because thinking about it, like, oh, it's great. And you sit down and watch, you go, oh, it is crap. But the memory is great. Big Show in TLC with a big chair, bang.
And Big Show in the empty arena match.
Yeah, big. It was actually the Japanese wrestler you couldn't remember the name of was actually Big Show.
We'll just call it DDT empty arena match Tokyo Dome or something like that. There you go.
Yeah, that rolls off the tongue.
To-
and you
to-
can
to vote.
yes.
I was going to do it, and then you
Oh,
started
no,
it.
I beg
No,
your
by all
pardon, Jack.
means. No,
I was
go
trying
on,
to speak so you could get your breath back.
head to patreon.com/cultaholic to vote on that. And back over to you, Matthew.
Thank you. That's the end bit. Over to you, Ross.
Back to the studio.
Awesome.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
Now to look at the week of... I always do this. The Raw and SmackDown recap. Fantastic. In bullet points, because you should have been shooting Raw with a gun, Seth Rollins tore into Baron Corbin, leading to an impromptu TLC IC title match later on. Wow, well, God, the stuff that Rollins was saying here was very weird because, okay.
Shooting.
Yes, he's basically trying to address what the criticisms of Raw by saying Raw's crap. And we're supposed to cheer him because of this, which is something I never really understood about the original guy to do this, which was, I believe, the CM Punk pipe bomb. And I'm a big CM Punk fan. But I did suspect, I didn't really give that much care compared to a lot of people. And a lot of people love the pipe bomb. I think it's very influential in all this. But I did look at it and go, here's this guy who wears black shirts, is a bit alternative looking, doesn't look like a wrestler, talking about how bad the show is, yet we watch it every week. Is this a dig at us?
He's the voice of the voiceless.
That's exactly what I mean. So, yeah, and then you lost. But
not before he won.
Yeah, but that was it.
Yeah.
He had his popcorn fart, and then he had to leave. And yeah, so this is back to this. It's a very only in wrestling would a guy come out and say the show you've paid good money to see, the show you watch every week, even if you say you don't, you just read the see the YouTube recaps and the gifs online, is crap, and everyone goes, yay! It's bizarre.
It's a weird thing, isn't it, wrestling? Because if anything else you don't like, you just give it up, don't you?
Yep.
But we don't with wrestling.
I mean, I think it's far more inexcusable than the pipe bomb. Because in the pipe bomb, nearly everything he says pretty much can be taken in kayfabe as well as a shoot, right? He's annoyed about not being in the main event of WrestleMania. The fact that blah, blah, makes me sick. And all. He draws attention to the fact there's other wrestling out there, New Japan, Ring of Honor and stuff. But in this one, he's just blaming Baron Corbin for things that don't make sense.
He blamed him for Drake Maverick pissing himself.
Right. So that's what I mean. Some of the stuff is like, you were responsible for this. You cost Slater his job and all this. I was like, maybe you're responsible. And I still trying to figure this out. It's up to you that the revival of being ruined as a good tag team against the Lucha House Party things. And you're going, hang on. We've been watching the last 3 weeks. They've been the Lucha House Party being booked or presented as the good guys.
Yeah. Why would
But now
Corbin
revival
help
of
them?
the... What are you on about?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it went on to, more urination segments. Then there's Brock Lesnar, who was wrestled on Raw since 2002.
Which is actually true. I couldn't believe it.
No, he had that match against... they booked Rollins versus Lesnar rematch, didn't they? And then he gave the F5 to Michael Cole.
I've got no idea.
That did happen. I'm not sure if that counted as an official match or not, because obviously not much happened. But yeah. So you're like, yeah, Raw sucks, but... It wasn't presented as you're to blame, you're the evil guy. It was I'm pointing slightly behind you to gorilla position. You're like, all right. So I don't know. And then it's like, okay, the solution to Baron Corbin being boring as hell is to have more Baron Corbin.
Main eventer.
Are we going to talk about the main event now?
No.
Sorry.
This is in Star Wars. We do this in order.
Nice.
Bobby Roode and Chad Gable defeated the Authors of Pain and Drake Maverick in a 3-on-2 handicap
pissed
match
me off
to
as
become
well.
the new Raw.
What happened to tag team wrestling?
Piss.
I didn't mean that.
Oh, okay.
What happened to tag team wrestling? Why is the manager in this match? They don't do the free bird rule. There's a difference between a third man and a manager, isn't there?
Yeah.
Or Lucha House Party rules.
Oh, don't get me started with those pricks.
Or the Michael Hayes and Hardy Boys. That's how the APA won their titles back by pinning Michael Hayes.
The AOP's title run's been just really bad. I feel bad for them. They were so good in NXT. I remember thinking, oh no, 2 massive horses in NXT, it's going to be boring. And they did really well, and it was good. And now,
Rude and Gable, I don't care about. They're just 2 guys who are teaming up.
But they've got matching robes and tights now. They look sexy as...
Yeah, but they smell of pee.
It's so sad that we don't care about Rude and Gable as well, because they're both really good. Gable's could be amazing. He could be Daniel Bryan.
They could do if they're doing anything else other than Bobby Roode going, hi, how you doing? Something. Catchphrase.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then AOP suck. Drake Maverick is probably the most tolerable of them. and he's a little pisser. And yeah, so Drake Maverick was the guy who got rolled up by Bobby Roode. So Bobby Roode looked like a bit of a bitch by having a schoolboy Rockstar Spud. So the good guys who won look crap. AOP look crap. And I don't care at all.
They need to bring EC3 up, don't they, and pair him with Spud again.
They should just scrap tag team wrestling on Raw because
absolutely.
It's a pissing mess.
Revival are dead. Lucha House Parties are the good guys that cheat.
Yeah.
Titus Worldwide apparently died on the way to the arena.
Where is Titus? Is he injured?
Heath and Rhino are no more.
Yeah, Heath
God
and Rhino
rest
no
in
more.
peace.
Ascension?
Slater and Rhino.
Ascension?
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable can beat the Authors of Pain in a handicap match, but they can't beat the Ascension.
B-Team? Go, go, go.
Okay,
Where
moving
are
on. Ruby Riott insulted Natalia with
my
a Jim.
God.
I love the fact that this is written with a Jim the Anvil 9-heart table. Surely Jim the Table 9-heart at this point. Okay. I was watching this and thought the first few minutes, Natalia looked and sounded all right because it was like, I just want to talk for the heart for 5 minutes. Oh, okay, yeah, look, like Ruby Riott's really got to me. Just insulted my dad, said all this stuff. And then, don't you know you think I've been handed everything? I've had to put up through so much. Do I have to remind you of the Montreal screw job?
I know. Why was that brought up?
I had the boss go, what?
That's fine. She's a heart. They always mention, that works in character. They always mention the Montreal Screwjob, the hearts.
I guess it does kind of make sense, but why are you bringing it up now? It's really 10 years later since you've been signed.
But she said it, and then she went, you know, when Bret Hart got screwed by... We know, like, what are you talking about? Like don't you know after I've had to suffer... What about the Normandy invasion of England? like, what the hell is that to do with anything?
Do you know how
like, if she'd elaborated on it, as someone in the Blog of Doom said, she was there. She farted, and that's why Vince McMahon went into the locker room to get away from the smell, and that's when Brett punched him. Which, it came out of nowhere, and you're like, I had to pause and go back and say,
they weren't even in Canada, which is the best thing, so the crowd are going, eh? Instead of going, woo, yeah, power to you.
People are kind of going too soon. But yeah, and so that happened. And then she just kept on going, yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do it. I'm going to mention him. Jim the Anvil 9-heart, my dad. I'm like, yeah, you always mention him. What? I had no idea what was going on with this segment. It just seemed to be excuse. And it was this segment amongst the other thing I'll get to. WWE can't stop referencing stuff that happened 20 years ago. And as a result, no one gets over now. Because all they talk about is stuff that's happened. So when she comes out, everyone just goes, oh, my uncle Bret Hart, also my less famous dad, Jim the Anvil 9-heart. And then in the next segment, Drew McIntyre was just like, well, no one remains undefeated forever, like Andre the Giant at WrestleMania. Or Undertaker. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, this is the reason why Saudi Arabia, when they asked who do you want to book, they're like, well, how about the guys you talk about on Raw all the time? You know, the Ultimate Warrior.
Babatunde.
Yeah, Babatunde.
Random sumo man.
Yeah.
And Bob Orton Jr. if he's free. So yeah, I had no idea what was happening, and then yes, Ruby Riott Jim on the table, and the crowd went, ooh. But to me, it was such a surreal image. I'm like, are we supposed to laugh at that or boo that?
I didn't get it. She took 10 minutes to essentially go, your dad's dead, lol.
Yeah.
10 minutes it took her to say that.
And why?
What Natty said that.
No, Ruby to Natty. She took 10 minutes to go, haha, your dad's dead. Huh?
No, I thought Ruby did a good job going, I'm going to put you through your dad. And that was good. But Natalia's just like, why? I don't like you. You're just a vessel for things to insert references into.
I feel like this
Don't you know that my dad wrestled Dino Bravo in 1988?
Booked back to front, this rivalry, though, because like they were feuding, and then Ruby broke the glasses, and now she's got the table. Surely you break the glasses first, and then you have the feud. But
Well, they have to wait until there's a low enough pay-per-view for them to get on the show.
I don't understand why Ruby Riott needs this. It doesn't fit her character. It's like when Paige randomly started having to go at Charlotte because her brother was dead. And it just came out of nowhere, and I was like, what's this about?
Charlotte, oh yeah, Ric Flair's daughter.
Yes,
yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, no.
So I didn't like this, but
Awesome. Nothing else happened. Then Seth Rollins defeated Baron Corbin in a TLC match to retain the IC title.
I like this match, to be fair.
I wonder why they complain about ratings being low, where they don't actually book week to week. Isn't it just like, there was nothing here to say, obviously not this Raw because this was a TLC's on Sunday and that's what they're hyping for. But last week, they didn't say, by the way, there's going to be a TLC match next week. They don't, like, go, like, next week, be sure to miss, you'll see
But you have
so-and-so.
to tune into the first segment,
Right.
the 20-minute talking segment to find out what's going to happen in the main event. That's the juicy greatness of Raw these days.
And if you miss that, don't worry, there'll be 5-minute segments later
Right,
on
we'll
throughout the
call
night,
it.
let you
Here's
know what
what
you've missed. Yeah. But I'm like, well, why would you want to? You'd watch it, and if you're bored by the opening 20 minutes, okay, off,
Yeah.
put ESPN on or something. And it was a decent match. It was a swerve with Slater, maybe turning baddie, maybe turning Diddler.
They did the WrestleMania 24 spot.
What, the frog splash?
No, the super kick. I'm sorry, Heath. He did. They looked at each other, and then it was a bit of a moment, and then he just went. "Gah."
Oh, is that how you took it? It's like, sod you scab.
Yeah, it
Super
was
kicked
more.
him.
Yeah, it was more like that. I felt quite bad for Heath.
Oh, he's
kids.
torn, isn't he, Heath?
It's not his fault.
No, it wasn't. He made his decision.
Well, yeah.
He's got to save his job.
He's got
gotta
kids.
Feed his kids.
Yeah.
No,
Can't feed them dust.
screw him. Should have quit.
What? Heartless.
Sell your kids.
It's alright. He'll turn on Corbin at TLC, maybe.
If that match happens. We'll get the TLC card later on, but like, any other thoughts on Raw? Because I've tried to look at the notes of it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler says he brought Drew McIntyre in from obscurity. Tonight he's not the good guy or the bad guy. He's Dolph Ziggler. He's taking McIntyre out. He lost. When a bad guy gets turned on by another bad guy, he's not a good guy. He's a really crappy bad guy.
I think that at least Drew got his win back because I don't know why he lost to Dolph last week. So I'm glad that he beat him this week.
Well, it doesn't make sense to build
To
heat to the
Finn match, I want to.
yeah the Balor match, which making
I
sense.
thought you said an Inferno match there. I was like, oh,
It might be
doing
an
a Finn
Inferno
match.
Finn is ill, isn't he? Might have a temperature. Haha, Inferno.
hey.
Yeah, I thought Raw was a bit better than the previous 2 weeks, but
Ah,
you know,
yeah.
it's still not anything to write home about, is it?
I managed to watch everything I wanted to watch and SmackDown in less than an hour.
Wow.
Oh,
through.
SmackDown was really good again.
I
Oh,
like
sorry.
SmackDown.
Look at that. Nia Jax had a decent promo. Give her that.
No, she didn't.
They are, no.
Do you not think Nia Jax promo?
No,
I'm
that's
so
gonna
boring.
punch her with my fist.
Yeah, it was crap.
And then if she tries to do something, I'll just pick her up. I thought it was all right compared to the rest of the show. I
it
liked
was
it.
the weird shout at the end. Me and Ross talked about it on the round table before. She goes
It's her
like,
thing now. She just shouts in the mic really loud.
punch
So it
you
goes
again and
like
again
that,
and
yeah.
It's like
again.
Tweak off South Park. It's random.
Apparently,
Out of nowhere.
I'm like Tweak from South Park. I've been compared before. Physically, I think. Yeah. Oh my god! You guys! Yeah.
Moving on to the good stuff. SmackDown. No, good stuff. Sorry. Obviously, Banyan, sponsors of SmackDown. That's not true.
That's what we call a banyan. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the slogan.
Ooh, that's a banyan.
that's a right banyan.
Northern boys love Banyan. WWE SmackDown, Daniel Bryan. What? Yes, WWE SmackDown. I'll say it like it says there. Daniel Bryan defeated Mustafa Ali, making a little cameo appearance. Rather
this.
like Big Show in Jingle All the Way.
Oh, I thought it was good. Do you see the video afterwards as well of Mustafa Ali walking down the corridor, getting daps from everyone? Everyone's like, "Yeah, Mustafa, you're the man." He's like limping off. The New Day and the Usos and them are all there. Like, yeah, bro, I liked it.
He's on the main roster now, then, is he?
Don't know.
I hope maybe, but the match, the 205 match on TLC is Cedric and Murphy.
Yes.
I'm surprised. I'm like, no, why is Ali not getting the match?
He's failed many times at winning that belt.
Another shot and he'll be all right.
Okay.
Obviously not now, but yeah, very good. Brian still getting booze.
They're still meant to hate him for wanting to save the planet.
Right?
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
No, he's a dick.
He's a hippie dick.
He's a I'm going to say hypocrite. He's a hippie dick. It's really good. I'm really enjoying his stuff. And he looks just detestable. It's great.
Yeah.
His clothes are minging. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I love
It's
the
a
bit where he's
smelly
like,
dick.
me and my pal William, I'm forgetting the second
Oh,
name now.
yeah.
I'm forgetting the second name.
Who's been dead for 20 years.
Yeah, novelist who died in 1998. Just to
Well,
go...
Gettysburg? No.
No, two syllables.
Gettysburg, that was what I got. I couldn't tell you his name.
Rhymes with Gallus,
Right.
I think.
The commentator for New Japan.
William Gallas died in 1998 before he played for Chelsea. But it's just great that he tried to work it into work it over the fans' heads, which he did so brilliantly.
That's great when you insult you and you don't even understand because I'm very smart. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying, but boo. The rap battle between the Bar and the Usos descended into chaos. This WWE headline. Yeah, another rap battle between these guys. Oh, I've seen the New Day hosting it. Yeah, I like this. The Bar were very entertaining, doing the Vanilla Ice parody.
I like the red Adidas tracksuits. That was good. They looked so silly.
Yes.
Shout out, yeah, mom.
What? Shout out to your mom.
Cesaro said, yeah, man. Shout out to your mom.
Like, that's basically what it means, yes. Yeah, Ice Shamey sadly did not win because the Usos went on a soliloquy.
Screw
That
job.
bloody turnbuckle bit was genius. Genius.
Yep.
That's all I've got to say about that.
Yeah, no, what a lovely segment.
It made me go back and watch Social Outcast versus Flow Rider rap battle that happened.
Bull Rider.
Bull Rider, yeah.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Oh my
You're being disrespectful in a major way. And I was like, whoa. I really liked Bo Dallas when he was doing all that. Yeah.
I forgot all about that stage.
Yeah, it's great.
And Shane McMahon and The Miz defeated the Vegas boys. They call themselves the Vegas lads. Yeah, I'm really
Bret
liking.
Hart created wrestler.
Yeah, but he had the heart, the Bret Hart skull. And, I don't know what that was about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't mention his dad or uncle several times to know who he was. Yeah, I'm liking the thing here that
He made Shane look like such a dick that was fantastic with that botched DDT in the butt. He
Oh,
was
I love that the
stood up-
most.
Stood up while submitting to a triangle that you're supposed to pass out from. It's fantastic.
Yeah, he stood up so much he didn't look like it was hurting.
Yeah, it couldn't have been
I
because
don't
he was stood up and fine.
know. Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. Mrs. Love Affair with the trophy and trying to get to Shane to get that. It's lovely. And Asuka.
But it's going to lead to Miz versus Shane, isn't it?
Oh,
Probably
that's the
Mania.
WrestleMania match,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
You
it'll
gotta
be
have
a
fun.
WrestleMania match.
You've got to have 20 minutes of Shane on WrestleMania. It's not WrestleMania, is it? Is it?
No.
Say yes.
Yes, I just don't want to admit it. I'm in denial. Asuka defeated Charlotte Flair via DQ.
I thought it was a good No, I thought it was good. I'm glad that Asuka was on top at the end because I thought she was going to win on Sunday. No, I'm not sure. But I liked how she looked like good at fighting again because she used to be
Right.
the best at fighting. That was her thing. And then she wasn't anymore. Now she is good at fighting again.
She's been slow cooking ever since the Charlotte loss, I imagine. And
She was ready for Asuka. Yeah.
Yes,
We didn't know how bad that was going to get, but it did.
right.
And then Cena ran past them and ruined the moment when he was like, "Take us here. Oh, well, let's go."
Oh, God. And so,
Someone once, was it you on Twitter? One of my favourite tweets of all time. Cena, when he was sat in the crowd, was next to a pregnant woman.
yeah,
Someone tweeted like, "The Undertaker's entrance is going to be she gives birth to him." Yeah.
put that tweet in the Hall of Fame next week. Shall we run down the TLC card as it stands? Go on.
Why the hell not? We'll be here for a very long time.
Don't worry, we'll be in brief.
12 matches.
Oh, God. Mixed Match Challenge finals with both members of the winning team winning the number 30 slot at the Rumble. Mahal and Fox versus Fabulous Truth and Carmella, who have basically survived the MMC.
Yeah, and I
like
got
everyone
injured.
else. Don't care.
Oh, no, hang on.
Well, potentially we're getting Jinder Mahal or R-Truth is number 30 in the Rumble, as that would say. But, you know,
Okay.
is it not too obvious what's going to happen?
But she's got a theory, and it's it's
pretty
pretty
spot on.
Is it a
accurate.
game theory?
No, go on.
I'll go on with it.
I know Truth and Carmella will win on Sunday, and then Truth will get lost when it's his time to enter the Rumble.
Oh, he'll enter the Women's Rumble.
Yeah, and then somebody
Oh.
a real wrestler will get the number 30 spot. I know that's
Jinder Mahal.
highly disrespectful, but you know.
Former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Ron Killings.
He said it every week.
I know. I just feel like he doesn't
It's a
get
new
his due.
hat.
Yeah.
Rollins versus Ambrose, TLC for IC title. That's on the poster. So I think they assumed this was going to be phosphorus hot, just to begin with and feud. It's not.
Right.
So I don't think it's technically it should be headlining, but I can't see this.
You put the women on last, wouldn't you? That's the
Yeah,
one
right.
everyone's
Becky
care
Lynch
about.
is going to be headlining, surely.
Yeah.
It's the only thing
Yeah.
that's got any heat. So yeah, Ambrose has just been a guy at this point. I'm sure the
The
match will
wrong
be
guy.
fine, but
They've got the scripts mixed up with Triple H from 1995. He's being that sort of pompous.
Doesn't like germs.
You little,
oh, okay, right.
little scruff.
If he starts doing that, I'll like him again.
Yeah, you little scruff, you.
Go away.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman versus Corbin, maybe. TLC, Strowman wins Universal title match at Rumble if he wins. Also, Corbin will be stripped of power. If Corbin wins, he'll be full-time manager of Raw. God knows what he is right now then, if that's not the case. Yeah,
Well, so Strowman's going to win then, in theory.
hopefully.
Because Corbin can't, not after Rollins has tore into him, he can't be, well, he can, but hopefully not.
Yeah, so... Or there is, as I said last week, the possibility of Bray Wyatt replacing him.
Yeah.
Thrilled there. Ronda Rousey versus
I
Nia
like
Jax, which I remember them having a good match at Money in the Bank. but my memory is
Yes,
blurry.
that was
thanks
alright.
to alcohol.
But that was when Ronda was still. It was still like, whoa, look at Ronda go, and that sort of worn off a bit by now.
Coachman wasn't impressed.
No, he wasn't.
Joe when she had them in the bear hug. This is going to benefit Ronda Rousey. She'll be catching her breath while locked in a bear hug by a 300-pound lady.
Coach Manchan, it's a rest hold.
Simultaneously backstage, Renee Young gets approached with do you want to be the commentator instead of Jonathan?
Yeah.
And then she replies with 3 words. That's all she's allowed to say these days. Bless her cotton socks.
Byron
Hey,
Young.
she's not amazing, but she's not bad either, and I'll take that
That's
over
what
Coachman.
I just find it so frustrating that she's only allowed to say sound bites, and that it's seemingly been told to her you can only say 3 words at a time, and then pretend you don't know Dean Ambrose.
She's doing the Percy Watson role, basically.
Yeah.
Just say yes.
It's almost like 3 people's too much for a commentary booth.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me?
Oh, just
Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles 2 for the SmackDown title.
nice.
What do you mean to say about that? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, be crap. Yeah, Becky versus Charlotte versus Asuka.
Hopefully
TLC
be very
SmackDown
good.
Champions. That'll be the first time that the SmackDown Women's Championship has main event the show, I believe. If
Oh.
that happens.
Becky's going to lose.
If it is main event.
Becky's going to lose.
I think she's got to lose, hasn't she?
She's going to win the Rumble
Yeah.
and progress to Wrestle. It's so WWE though. If they just went, nope, Charlotte's going to win the Rumble and then she'll wrestle Ronda Rousey. But they can't do
Yeah,
that. They
no,
can't
remember,
do that.
she's a good guy because she beat up Ron. No, she bad. Oh wait, I'm getting cross-eyed again. Finn Balor defeated Drew versus Drew McIntyre. Spoilers there. Sorry, I'm on the scoop.
I think it'll be the other way around. I'm afraid.
Yeah. So it would have made sense, but yay, Finn Balor, yay.
Well, not yay. I'm going to say
Not yay.
Well, he never gets booked probably. So I'm not excited to see him anymore.
Oh no.
I'm taking a stand now.
Oh,
It don't matter how many abs he's got or how much he tries to get his dick in photos on Twitter.
he doesn't have to try. Elias versus Speaking of which, you see a thing online, the hack for 2K19 to, how can I put this in a nice way? Make the dicks bigger on the WWE game.
What?
But it's not a mod. You just switch it to one of Larkin's tights.
What?
Because apparently
Is
gave him a hog and a half.
2 and a hog man.
2 and a hog, man.
I
love Twitter. Elias versus Lashley in I thought it was guitar and a
2
pole.
and a
No,
hog
it's a
man was
guitar.
my joke there. Sorry. 2 and a hog man was my joke. Just came up with that.
No, I love the fact that I know that this is a thing.
From Twitter, sorry.
I wasn't implying that someone would steal
Sorry.
your jokes.
That's all
That
right.
is for me later on to put in my videos. In a guitar ladder match. So to get the guitar, you must climb the ladder.
Guitar and a pole match without the pole.
Yes.
So can we clear this up? You don't getting the guitar doesn't win you the match. You can just
No.
use it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
The ability to use this. So
How
it's
do
always
you
weird matches like that because everything else is legal. So
get
you've also
going?
got a giant ladder to
Yeah,
hit
just
your
use the
opponent.
ladder,
with.
it'll hurt more.
Yeah.
But then we were discussing this before. What is, in kayfabe land, more devastating, a guitar blow or a blow from a ladder?
guitar.
Guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What's the most devastating kayfabe blow from a weapon? Is it the sledgehammer? Title shot.
I think. Oh, yeah.
Nia Jax.
Well, let's move on from that. Nothing's going to beat that. The Bar versus the Usos versus the New Day in a. These are the only tag teams on SmackDown that matter match for the tag titles.
Poor sanity. Poor Damo.
I've never heard of them. Natty versus Ruby in a put yourself through your ladder. Your dad.
Put yourself through your dad, man.
Damn you,
dad.
beer. In a put your opponent through your dad match.
Yeah.
Buddy versus Cedric. Okay, sure, be good, but damn it, where's my alley? Ray versus Orton in a chair match.
Yeah.
Featuring small pinata chair called Penelope.
No, I reckon that match is going to be good because, as I was saying before, I can so see the spot already. Ray goes for a springboard. Randy Orton swings a chair in it. Randy Orton's got the best timing ever in wrestling, history ever. That might actually be true. And he's going to be. I think it's going to be a good match. I'm really looking forward to Randy Orton versus Rey Mysterio in the year of our Lord 2018. It's going to be good. Mark my words. Right now. So I'm going with it.
Keep on talking, Jack.
It's
Keep on
really,
talking.
really good. And
So-
Randy's probably going to win. Yeah, I'm going to go for that.
I think Randy will win.
No, I think Ray will win.
Okay, cool.
Base it on nothing. Okay, that's the end of it. What else? Anything else? Talk about
Same
progress.
before, it could be card of the year on the main roster, I reckon. If they focus on the right matches and just, get rid of the raw ones quickly.
Well,
Drew and Finn.
I've been preparing some end of year lists, and I can inform you that TLC might well sneak on there. But I think the highest ranked WWE one at the minute on my list is
Hell in a Cell.
Evolution.
All right, yeah, I'll take it.
Cue everyone on Twitter. He's only saying that because the losses were on the show. But no, it was a very good show. What else? I enjoyed the Rumble because the Rumbles were good. The rest of the card wasn't that good, but the Rumbles were good.
These shows are so long now. It's like, rather than checking every match, if you look at all the good ones, then yeah, probably Rumble because there was lots of good stuff on there.
Yeah.
God, there's some crap.
Yeah. But I think TLC, as Ross says, has a
I'm going to pick
chance.
Hell in a Cell just because I'm going to die on that
I didn't like Hell in a Cell that much.
base.
What show was it from the Cruiserweight match? Survivor Series from the Cruiserweight match onwards was fantastic, wasn't it?
So yeah. Actually, yeah. If you watch half of that,
cut the first hour off here.
put in the George Foreman grill. Yeah.
One thing that I totally forgot when I was researching that article as well is that Backlash was terrible, but the first match was class. It was Miz and Rollins.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And nothing else could follow it.
No,
So
everything else
the
was really
exact
bad.
same formula.
Yeah.
It's been the exact same formula. Let's go on to the next segment.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Wave to the people. All right, cool. There you go.
Demands a $5,000 appearance fee from Paige. Paige says no.
She rips the contract up in his face. How dare she? What a day.
I can't believe that. And to a guy wearing Bret Hart gear. And so this is the mailbag. As always, I do not read these before I get them, so apologies for laughing like an idiot. First of all, good evening, Tyne, Weir and Tees. Sorry, Maffew.
I think he's inferring that you're from Tees.
Yeah, you're not from Teesside.
I'm from Durham.
I'm not from Wearside.
You know, yeah.
We're all from Tyne and Weir.
I'm from
He's a
Northumberland.
Ross
you're
fan.
from-
I'm from Northumberland.
Oh, I'm
mate.
the only one from actual Tyneside and Wearside. Wow. Who'd have thought?
I'm a
Secret's
posh
given.
farmer, me. Haha. That's what everyone says.
Do you get occasionally people going, hang on, you're not a real Geordie?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, I've never said that. Other people from Northeast say we're Geordies. I've never said I'm a
But when you go to uni, you got people from down south, and you go, I'm from Northumberland. You might as well just say you're from Newcastle.
we're
Yeah.
not.
Well,
say you're from Newcastle.
so
Aye.
I'm the most Geordie. Technically.
Well.
No, that's crazy. That.
You are not drinking.
Yeah.
To me, it seems like there has been a lot more long-term injuries in wrestling recently. Do you think it is due to changing styles or because of wrestling's growth and therefore there simply being more wrestlers to get injured?
Serious question.
Whoa.
God, here we go. Off a minute. If this question is too serious, which
Oh.
TV show host would make the best wrestlers?
Yes, he saved it. He saved
I
it.
got
in
for
the
that.
end.
Richard Osman may have the size, but I think Bradley Walsh would be a great underdog babyface.
Bradley Walsh that's perfect booking.
I
that.
tell you who would. Don't get Dom. Dominic
Oh,
Littlewood.
he's hard as piss.
He's
him.
about. Yeah, he's like Scrappy Doo.
He's like
but
Taz.
bald. Yeah, a little. Oh yes.
Before I get into this, sorry. Cheers, guys. Love your improvement. Thank you.
Cheers, bud.
Never backhanded insult from Jack and Darby.
Oh,
Darby
Derby.
and Weir.
Oh, does that mean you're from Birmingham? I don't know.
All right, lads.
No, Derby's all right. Quite like Derby.
See, I don't.
Go steal a car. Thank you.
I don't think the serious part of his question. I don't think there are more injuries. I just think we have access to the information about these injuries more than we did 20 years ago.
Fair.
Ross has said it.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised there isn't more, considering whereas what a hypocrite I am. I was going to say, wow, it's a bit of a weird thing to have Rollins be in a TLC match before the TLC show. God, he might get hurt. He should wrestle a more safe style. And then I'm watching Ilya versus Tyler Bate. I'm like, hit him harder. Get him. Kick him for real.
But also, I think maybe it's less about the style, more about the demands. Because WWE wrestlers wrestle an insane schedule. And you're more likely to get injured if you wrestle more matches.
Well said. Now to the fun bit. I think Dara O'Brien
Yeah.
would be a...
Yeah, he's a large bloke.
Because he's got the appeal of like the authoritative voice. Yeah, he's a big blokey, so he'll probably grab you, squeeze you a bit tough.
But they all
They
rip
do
him.
that thing.
You know, but they all rip into him on one episode of Mock the Week because he fancies Connie Hook from Blue Peter, and they'll find that out and they're like, "Oh,
Tell you
Dara
what,
fancies
on one of
Connie."
the Blue Peter Christmas special, you know, they would act and do a proper like theatrical thing episode. Connie Hook on one of them. Remember being about 8 years old, maybe,
Was this your awakening?
thinking like, what? Gone from Jerry Halliwell to Connie Hook.
I always remember, maybe not Connie Hook, but close second to promote Raw, the pooing elephant.
What?
I've not seen a clip of the elephant from the 60s and Blue Peter.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
right.
His name wasn't the pooing elephant.
That nutter from the 60s on Blue Peter. You seen the guy that climbs it back? He died not so long ago. Peter somebody, I think his name was. I'm not too sure.
Oh,
And
I
he
know who you
climbed
mean.
the bloody
Yeah.
thing with no harness.
Yeah.
Get him in the wrestling.
Yeah, God, I remember that.
My favourite Blue Peter moments when thieves broke into the Blue Peter garden and trashed it.
Oh, and one of the footballers, what's his name? A world-class footballer, played for England, maybe we'll say.
Stan
yeah, it was him.
Collymore. No, it sounds
No.
like it sounds. I've just been
Guessing, yeah, go
sounds
through all
like
the football
Stan
players,
Collymore.
yeah.
Well, he's a bit of a
Fashnu.
wrong and
Yeah. No, I couldn't tell you who it was, but I was just like, I'll never look at you the same way again.
Who's your Blue Peter for? Let's settle this debate now.
I don't really watch.
Connie Hook, Liz Barker, Matt Baker, Simon Thomas.
That's
That's the four.
That's the four.
The one that got fired for coke.
John, no.
Oh, Richard.
Oh,
Bacon.
yeah, Richard Baker, 'cause he's landed all right.
Yeah, he's alright.
And the guy that does NXT UK, because
Afro Man.
because everyone went, is he actually 12? No, he just looks good for his age, I guess. And and also, have you guys watched NXT UK? I don't know, I've said it's crap, but after Progress, me and my friend Kieran, watched it. All the backstage stuff's out of focus and blurry. I'm like, why has no one noticed this or complain about this? Is they think all UK indies are like badly filmed or something? Is this a bad joke?
No,
on
it's
us?
our teeth that are bad, Americans, not our eyes. Our eyes can
We've got
see
production.
fine.
We did
Yeah.
James Bond. Anyway, any other
Actually,
presenters?
MGM's a bit of an American company as well. So anyway,
Kayfabe.
I was gonna say I don't particularly like them, so I'd like to see them get chucked around like the Hardys, going through tables and that. Dick and Dom. I hated the bungalow.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That would
I
be
wasn't
Robbie
a fan
Ali.
of Bungalow. No, it's too much anarchy for me. I was a sensible and good child. And I watched it and I'd be like, oh.
I remember seeing a guy getting the punishment at the end.
Yeah.
A fella his family was there in the bathroom with him, but he was in his kecks and he got buried or stuck in a bath full of beans, and it just made my skin crawl, and it still does to this day. A tub full of baked beans, he just got plonked in there in his knickers while his parents were watching.
I'd like to see
This sounds like a very
Yeah.
interesting film.
Oh,
I'd like to see because currently
Chris Van Sant presents Dick and Dom.
I'd like to see a moment like a WrestleMania sort of 7 moment where Dex just lost and Holly Willoughby's kicking him in and going, oh, you crap, and then Ant comes out and they do the Macho Man and Liz reconciliation.
Although I meant Anna be like sat in a wheelchair and stands
No,
up.
not the Linda.
he's just sat there. I can't laugh about that.
Ant's
stuff.
coming back soon, apparently.
He's back for BGT.
Yeah.
Yes.
Britain's Got Talent.
He's blind.
He's going to wrestle Shawn Michaels at me.
They do have experience though when they got
Oh, God, no, we know it.
manhandled by the Undertaker in a bouncy castle.
Still, the best bit of that is that other guy, the third one, I guess the and in Ant and Deck, talking about, well, the difference is between the Game Gear version, the Mega Drive game version. I was like, what? One means you're poor. Second question. Hello, gentlemen. Before I get into the story, I want to thank you all for the hard work you do.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you. All the hard work is Pachidi. I work midnights, and every Friday night I look forward to listening to the podcast, and it really brings me great joy. Keep up the amazing work.
Cheers.
Back in 2004, if there was an award for the biggest mark who ever marked, I understand what he's talking about, I would have won it. I tried incorporating wrestling into everything, including trying to compare my high school football coach to Stephen Richards, he's typed this, because he could never win the big one. It didn't... Page well. It didn't end at that wonderful example. I played soccer, or as you diddlers call it, football.
Well, it is called football.
Wow, this guy's learning. And one day I was alone in the locker room. Where's this going? Or at least I thought I was, and started to sing. It wasn't just any song. It was Kane's slow critical thing. This fire burns and I was belling it at the top of my 15-year-old lungs. He was 20 at the time. When two players were laughing as they came in after hearing me sing. So my question for you wonderful men is this. What is your favorite wrestling theme, and which is your favorite to sing when you are by yourself?
Oh, man.
Again, keep up the fantastic work. Michael from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Thank you, Michael. Bloody Yinzers over there. That's what they call Pennsylvanians, isn't it? Or is that that's Pittsburgh? Should have been singing Kurt Angle's theme tune. Have some pride in your hometown.
Yeah. Thank you, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh. Red
Steelers.
Sox.
Steelers.
So a great joke from one of the
Penguin.
outtakes on Home Alone 1. You know Uncle Frank the Dick? In
Oh,
Home
yeah.
Alone. He's walking past Macaulay Culkin and goes, you know, they're going to France. He's like, you know what they call you in France? He just kicks me and goes, Yank. Funny that, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, I've not heard
yes.
Great that, isn't it?
I have had an American once say to me, and I think he was half drunk, I'm not sure he was serious or not, and he goes, hey, Maffew, do you speak German? I went, no, why? He goes, I'm the reason why. And it would have made sense.
My God.
It would have made sense if he'd
No.
said, like, my dad or my granddad, more specifically, is the reason why.
He
But
was
no, I'm the reason why. He was 25.
He beat Hitler.
Did it on-
Yeah, right,
did it-
yeah.
did it
Loser
on
leaves
COD for you,
Europe
man?
match.
I'm the reason you speak German.
It was all on COD.
So next time some American asks me that, I'm like, yeah.
You know, American Rachel of American Rachel fame, as in the band that I'm in is called American Rachel, based on a girl that I met once called Rachel who was American. Right?
Is this a question?
I was going to go somewhere with it and I can't remember. So we were talking about Americans and I had my favorite wrestling theme tune, right?
Is that it? Okay.
You know what? You know I like bit of Rise in Gray's Club in Newcastle?
Yes.
I've not been for a little while actually. I'm getting withdrawal symptoms.
Are you going during the Christmas period?
Yeah, I might do, but I'm not. I've used all my holidays up. I've not got much time.
Oh.
Well, not. I mean, I might. You know, it's a Saturday and that. But sometimes in the main room they play like emo music, for lack of a better word, or like slightly harder stuff sometimes. And sometimes they played "This Fire Burns" by Killswitch Engage.
Yep.
And there's nothing better than when you've had a few drinks than walking around pretending to be not actually pretending to be CM Punk.
Getting down.
Thinking,
It's clobbering time.
I mean-
Rise sucks. Plays the same songs every week.
how about I go defend it in Alpha or Crash? Ooh. How about I go to Bijou? Oh no.
He gets taken over by Ash's son and his doofus son.
Oh no.
Ash does have a son
no.
now.
Does he?
Oh yeah, he has actually has a kid.
Kid. Shouts out to Ash and
Oh,
Xander,
dear.
baby Xander.
I remember. Oh, sorry. I just completely slipped me mind.
No, you did know. Yeah.
He did know.
Anyway, not pretending to be CM Punk, but pretending to be as cool as CM Punk in your mind. You're like, oh yeah, this song's class. This prefer it to Cult of Personality. I do prefer it to Cult of Personality. I think it's better. You know? Do you not agree?
No.
Okay.
I'm not a Killswitch fan. I'm one of these people that loved metal until 2006 and realised no, the bands came after that. My last band I was into was Wolfmother.
I'm not even I'm not a metal fan though.
Because it's all screamo, blah, blah, blah. And if I had to pick a CM Punk song, it's definitely going to be Cult of Personality.
Maybe AFI.
And yeah, because everyone does the, whatever. Favourite wrestling song to sing along to? Big Boss Man's original theme.
Wow.
If you ever take a trip down to Copy, Georgia, you better read the signs, respect the law, and order you some hard times.
Nice.
Diddler, diddler, diddler.
No.
Hard times. Diddler.
Daddy.
You know, the big. Anyway, you know the lyrics. If not, go on the network and watch him.
Undertaker, Big Evil. You've done it now.
no,
You've
really?
gone and made a big mistake. Because I can't allow you to think you can just walk away.
He carries a big stick. Apologies.
I thought you were going to say Evolution. The line in the
Evolution's
sand.
is good.
Line in the
Oh,
sand.
I get line of evolution is a mystery.
I enjoyed when I was a kid, but I got the lyrics wrong. Thought I had My Time, Triple H's theme. Because I thought the bit where there's a bit later on where it's like, I thought they were saying live on Sky One. Wrestling at the time. Sometimes wrestling was on
That's a
was
song.
on Sky One, so I thought Triple H was just giving a shout out to the network, you know.
Have you listened to that song all the way through?
Is it crap?
There's a bit at the end where just the guy, Chris Warren, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good.
yeah.
Can anybody? Oh, what was it? Who's sleeping with who? In that voice of his.
Well, that kind of
Can
a bit
anybody
weird.
tell me who's sleeping with who? It's like along those lines. It's really weird.
Guess who's not sleeping with China?
Oh
There
dear.
you go. What was the time he had that? He went from that to
Yeah.
Steph and then just kept the song. So
I
woof.
liked
I only ran the ring in case that lyric played.
the game's an excellent entrance music, but I've got a soft
I
spot.
don't
I've got
think
a
it's
soft
a-
spot for My Time. I thought it was
My
good.
Time's his best theme.
Do you think?
As a wrestling theme, it is good, but places like Legends pre-Crash and whatever that happened in Newcastle would play that song. It's not a good song on a Saturday
really?
unless you do the bit where yeah.
But if My Time came on, you'd be like, yeah, hit me with that Triple H, Jimmy.
Who's Jimmy?
No.
Jimmy. You said you don't hear that start of the song?
Hit me with that Triple H.
Jimmy, hit me with that Triple H. Jim Johnson. It's a little shout out to
Oh, is
Jimmy.
that, did you say
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Do you not know this?
Remember asking me, Mum,
Never
what
thought.
is that? You know, it goes shoo, and I was like, what did they say there, Mum? She wouldn't tell us.
Oh, the King of Rockwood, the King of Rockwood,
Oh,
the King
no.
of Rockwood.
Oh,
That's actually, I think that's a good song off the Attitude album. Fantastic
Aggression.
album. Aggression. God, pissed it.
They're very similar.
Yeah, 2 words at the end of the day.
England's Hardest Men's theme as well. Fantastic.
What's that?
England's Hardest Men. Hardest Men. England's...
Oh, and again, Ilya Dragunov, because it's the Command and Conquer Red Alert 3
Yes.
Soviet theme. So, because I've heard it that many times, it used to be a song I'd listen to on my iPod, that I try and just sing it phonetically. So, in my head, it's perfect Russian, but everyone else is like, shut up.
Tell you one that's got no words, it's great to sing along to. Martin Kirby's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What a tune that was.
That was Shattered Skies. Shout out to the boys. That's the bit everyone thinks they like. But the real good part of that song is after that when it goes back into the great. Pink glow sticks are flying. And then Pachitti ruined it all, didn't he?
Yeah.
Devastating.
Also, Lionheart is a fanny. That never gets old. He's a champ. Hello, Maffew and 2 of the people. Oh, wow. Great way to start this.
Oh, I like Joe Hendry's stuff as well. Carry on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
We say lovely things about Joe Hendry, don't we?
Yeah.
My question is, if you could change the result from any match in WWE history, what would it be? I've not even finished reading this question, and I already have an answer in my head.
That's a good question.
For example, mine would be Shawn Michaels defeating The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25.
Controversial.
Because Michaels beating the streak would have been better than Lesnar. Well, no, because Shawn Michaels has been retired. So, no. Also, keep up the good work, guys.
25.
You guys are awesome. Colin from Seattle.
Cheers,
you mean the original?
25 was the first one.
I beg your pardon. Okay.
Was that Colin, did you say? That?
Okay, and then you have to come back for it. Yeah, Colin from Seattle,
Cheers,
WA, which is...
Washington. Seattle. You're going to sing in Bloom for the 3rd week in a row.
He's the one. That's another great wrestling song that they're similar to.
What's your favourite Nirvana song?
At the minute, it's The Man Who Sold the World.
I can't get past Lithium. Lithium's
Bit of lounge act for the dads.
Nice, right? Yeah, good.
I mean, it's true, but you don't have to say it. Because I have to get this answer out because I'm so full of passion and banyan. Is any result you could change? Easy. Shawn Michaels versus Vader, SummerSlam 96. Vader should have won. It was a good match. It was a great match. Vader was actually getting the push after not being on TV because he was injured, then coming back. Got the pin at the last show in International Instant, I believe, the 6-man, so he got the title shot. The idea was to Vader to win that match, and then Michaels to get it back at the Rumble, whether things happened, and Sid got it at Survivor Series. Vader should have won. Damn it.
Are you a big Vader fan? Didn't know
that. Most of Vader's run. The
Right.
later years were like, oh, okay. But, I mean, a lot of wrestlers, the more you know
when he
about
wrestled
them,
like
the more-
Ospreay and that?
All the stories that AIW had about him was like, can you pay me by putting the money in Playboy magazines and sending me the Playboy magazines? Okay, that was actually, I like him because of that.
That's
but then
efficient.
just, the Vader would be in character a lot of the time because it would take him a while to come down. So there's lots of bad stories about him. However, this is when I love Vader. So he should have won. Screw you, Shawn
It's when
Michaels.
Shawn
Throwing a
lands
hissy
next
fit.
to him and goes, stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad. Sad, though.
Crown Jewel 2018, Dolph Ziggler versus Shane McMahon.
Oh.
Just so we don't have to live through all of this.
Not Strowman like beating Lesnar. No.
Any match ever.
Any match ever.
And you've gone for that one.
Any match ever.
You got
In the history of the world.
You got content out of that.
I did
as
get
well.
content out of it, but also got a few sleepless nights.
I'll go for a serious one.
That was serious?
I can't remember which match it was, but Wade Barrett to win the 2010
SummerSlam.
become the WWE champion.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Because he should have been champion, and there's still never been a UK born.
He could have been Pope Ted. He should have.
Yeah, so I'd have made Barrett the WWE champion.
Tell you another one. That Raw where Enzo Amore was booked to beat Neville.
Oh,
Should have booked it the other way around.
Aye.
Change that.
Wow,
result.
what would happen then?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, we wouldn't get Neville in Newcastle. No, keep.
I'd
Yeah,
go
change
You
that.
get
keep
him
that.
twice a year.
Bret Hart to win at Survivor Series 97.
Ah.
I've done Ross's weird Geordie voice that he does sometimes there.
Are you doing a Geordie impression? Do that again.
No, Ross does it probably.
No, it's just some guy that was
Oh.
on BBC News when Mike Ashley sacked Kevin Keegan. It's just this little
Oh.
old man. We need a new owner. And my uni pals got wind of this video, and then that was it for the rest of the 3 years. Hello, we need a new owner.
He's shocking, putting on a daft voice, isn't it? Anyway, sorry.
That was a good question. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I like that. Wow, 3 really good questions.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the questions. Please send them to Cultaholic.
No, mailbag at cultaholic.com.
I even said Cultaholic as well, so I think that's what I'm becoming, Ringing Banyan. Why don't you do the honours in your Geordie voice?
Mailbag at cultaholic.com.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Keep them coming.
It's Cultaholic's
And the big question this week is...
So big.
Thank you. Is best TLC match.
Ever.
Ever.
Beforehand,
Ever.
little caveat, WrestleMania 2000 was not a TLC match. It was a triangle. Were you going to go for that one?
It's TLC 0.
Also,
I know that. I was still going to argue that it is the best of the TLCs.
What's the other one that people say is a precursor to it? Oh, it's the Hardys versus Edge and Christian for the services.
No
of,
Mercy, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
99. Yeah. But that wasn't. That was a ladder match. But
Yeah. So I see a proper TLC match. Oh, okay.
I mean, the general consensus I've seen in my research for this illustrious event, it comes down to 2 answers. And that is the SummerSlam 2000 and then WrestleMania X7. Take your pick.
The 2 first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the first one, I actually started away watching SummerSlam 2000. It was years afterwards I saw TLC 1. So I saw TLC 2 was the best one. TLC 1, just for the fact that Matt Hardy takes that terrifying
Oh, when he doesn't look.
Oh,
backwards.
yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, he falls backwards off the ladder. No, the ladder's falling backwards, so he goes outside the ring. He's here. Like you see me? Yeah. He's here, and the barricade's here.
Yeah.
I mean,
suppose.
I know he's retired now and everything, but the fact that he was still carried on at that, it's like, oh, no, never mind, that was a good bump. You nearly died.
Yeah. Devon's scared of heights, isn't he?
Yeah. Terrifying.
Yeah, talk about the thing. So, what was it? When they're hanging from the thing,
He
everyone
didn't
else
want
is
to
like
drop.
doing chin-ups almost. And he's
Yeah.
just like as far down as possible.
I'd be the same.
Yeah.
I like X7. I like the little cameos from Lita, Spike, and Rhino. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Lita kicks ass in that.
I'm surprised they didn't do like a
She dies
three-way
as well, doesn't she? When Edge
person.
spears her on the ladder, bangs her head on the ladder.
Yeah.
Oof. Drizzly.
Yeah.
And
They-
the Spike
they
Lee's
stayed-
just used to it.
They stayed friends though.
Like, is there the quote? I think the sense it in some versions of that where it's, oh, Lita jerking Edge off the ladder.
Oh yeah.
Then TLC 3 was SmackDown with Benoit and Jericho.
The
Good match
Benoit
as well.
flying
Benoit
header.
injured himself.
Yeah.
But it's difficult, but a good match as well.
TLC 4 was the one Jericho talked about, that Bubba Ray Dudley
Bubba,
got
oh, it's horrible.
spark out, and then
He gets a bulldog off the ladder, and then it just over-rotates slightly and just face first.
Yeah.
Boom, off the mat.
and that's when Jericho got mad backstage. He goes, "Don't just do a TLC match because you can't book anything else." It's like, yeah, Jericho, get him, yeah. And then it was,
there was a Kane one where Kane wrestled on his own because the Hurricane had been jumped.
That was
Yeah,
TLC 4, I
Yeah,
think.
defend his titles. Oh, that was that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Right, that was this one. I learned recently that after that match,
It's Hurricane.
After that match, there was a big storyline development. So Kane's there, he's won,
Yeah.
he's still got the belts and stuff. Triple H comes out and says, "I know who Katie
Yeah,
Vick
right.
is," and everyone's like, "Oh, that was the
You
start."
forget that like those two things are connected
that was
because
the
one's
start of
great
the-
and
yeah.
one of them's one of the worst things ever happened on Raw.
Yeah,
And then it was
there's been loads. There's been 21.
Edge and Cena.
That was class. But Edge lied in the builder. He
He's
went,
never
"It's a
lost."
match I've never lost." Wait, the one on SmackDown you did.
Well, it's a ladder match. You can say, yeah, but I wasn't pinned.
Why? Well, then Cena had never been in one. That was it. I remember that was cool build-up.
Oh, then he beat Ric Flair on Raw.
yes,
just because.
he did. Yeah, that's an alright one. Flair takes a superplex from the top of the ladder. Because he's crazy.
He did that in Money in the Bank as well. Him and Finley, because when you think Money in the Bank, you think, yeah, like those two. Obviously, Finley's like, yeah, whatever. But Flair's like, oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, and he's cleared to wrestle.
Yeah.
By Dr. Nick, or the guy that cleared Christopher Daniels and being the elite. I think it's like, yeah, you're all right.
There's a streak of not very good ones. And then, in fact,
Well,
there's
the time when it became an annual thing, yeah.
but one of the best recent ones is the Shield's debut. Was it their debut?
Yeah,
It
Dave
was.
first match,
Yes,
yeah.
against Team Hell No and Ryback. Ryback was in one of the best TLC matches ever. It was also
Yep.
one of the worst ones when he nearly killed CM Punk several times. There's one
Was that in the TLC match, though, he did that? I thought because he was injured because of those, and then they did the TLC match.
but there's just I watched that TLC match between Punk and Ryback, and there's one part where the ladder's like, you know, when they land a bit wrong and they're just on the ropes a bit diagonal and stuff, and he just slams CM Punk into it, and it's just like, oh dear, that's not very good. And in his head, Punk thought, I'm going to talk about this on the podcast.
Years later,
Yeah.
when there's a lawsuit, do you think Ryback should have won the world title?
No.
Because I do.
Oh, right.
Do you know? I absolutely think there was a time that Hell in a Cell Wrestle CM Punk moment where he could have. They missed it and it was dead after that. Because
I think Shelton Benjamin should have, and I got called out for Twitter on that.
When do you
no,
think-
he shouldn't have won it.
When do you think he should
When he
have
was
won it?
beating Triple H on Raw.
What, an 04?
Yeah. Shelton's class.
Oh, did you see that thing on Reddit last week where they had the I'm not being pushed because I'm black angle with Shelton Benjamin on Raw?
Oh.
What year was that, 04 or?
It looked like 04. It's him and Coachman backstage, and Coachman's like, I'm a black man, look at how I'm doing. I'm wearing me suit and whatnot. And Jeff Hardy comes in and says, shizzle. Oh, God.
Yeah, sounds like 2004.
When I watched that in here, it's just head and hand straight away, but that's got nothing to do with TLC.
And then Vince comes up and goes, what up? And then
Oh.
other TLC.
Then Booker T comes along and goes, "We okay."
Yep.
Best
Ziggler,
recent one. Sorry.
I was trying to think about Ziggler versus Cena was just a ladder match, right? So we can't.
Yeah,
put
that
in.
wasn't TLC.
Balls.
The best recent one was Styles versus Ambrose from 2016.
Yes.
That was a good match.
I forgot about that. See, I forgot about the.
The
recent
problem
ones,
is
yeah.
that Ellsworth got involved in a feud that
No.
was just...
No, that's when
That
he
was the
belongs.
best.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like that period of SmackDown, mate.
Because Ellsworth had beaten Styles twice.
So he said his logic was, well, I know I can beat him for the belt.
Next time Brian was like, "You idiot! Oh, kill! What have you done? You've ruined my main event." He goes, "It's relax, Brian. I'll just beat him on SmackDown when I get the title shot.
Oh,
I'll be the world champion. I've beat him twice already." Oh
And then the joke went on for a bit too long.
yes, it did.
no, he didn't win the title.
That was a good one.
Ryback versus Ellsworth should have happened.
That was a good one. I think we need to give an honourable mention to WLC.
Yeah.
Oh, if that counts, absolutely.
WLC was meant to be, you could tell that WWE, it was meant to be a big joke.
put down the
Micro
WLC.
Cole at ringside.
But the wrestlers took it very seriously. They were like, we're going to make this the best pre-show match of all time.
That bump that Jinder Mahal takes in like a human mess is one of the worst things you'll ever see. Back out the ring through this. It just
The
gets
bump that
squashed.
Drew-
It's
I was
horrible.
gonna say, yeah, that's good, but still, Drew McIntyre, light touch, flip.
He does it for a laugh as well. The commentators are really bad.
No, but it works. It's part of the spectacle.
I like the little furniture that they use as well.
The step ladder,
Just
the chair that Rey Mysterio was going to use on
6'6"
Sunday.
Drew McIntyre splattering through a tiny table. There's something great about that. I think overall my favourite's X7.
Mine's X7.
We'll see.
Cena versus Orton, to unify the titles. That was one. Handcuffs got involved. Cena unscrewed the ring like Howard Drake.
I remember. Like Howard Drake.
Well, Howard knows, he's a ring general. Do you remember his feud in WCW?
He took it apart like Fred Dibner.
No, do you not remember Howard Drake's feud in WCW
No, I do.
against Angelico?
Yeah.
And then they used the real life fact that he knows how to put a ring up to so he could choke out Angelico with a ring rope. That was high.
They're going to have to do Drake versus Neville.
Yes.
The Geordie off.
The Geordie Cena versus Neville. Yeah, absolutely. I like Howard.
I like Howard. We're running out of things to say. We
Right.
should end this. Thank you very much, Banyan,
Beer
and
52.
IPA, and all the other things you get from the Beer 52 Mega Pack. Remember,
.com/Cultaholic.
you only pay P&P. I have been Maffew of Botchamania of Twitter, MAFF, haha, EWGRE, haha, double G. And you stop laughing at that, I'll stop doing it. You're joined as always by the fabulous Jack the Jobber.
Hello. Bye. Thanks. I panicked. Yeah, I Jack the Jobber on Twitter.
And Ross on Wrestling.
Ross on Wrestling. Because I'm Southern.
Yes. Southern part of Thailand, we are. That's your lot. Thank you very much. And as always, join WA.
Join us.
Oh, bloody hell. Just before we came in here
Oh,
today,
breaking news. What's happened?
We hit 400,000 subscribers.
Hey.
400,000.
So thank you for subscribing. And more importantly, not then unsubscribing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, forgetting to unsubscribe. Thank you. We really appreciate that.
Yes. That's just, yeah. Aye.
That's it, sort of.
Bye.